got something to rant about.
Hello, you infected people
Of the world.
and you live people. Hello.
And you dead people.
Started this off very well.
yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the General Rant.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck it.
I'm sorry, my
No,
phone is just
phone's on silent.
exploding.
Welcome to another episode of the General Rant with me, Callum, and you.
Nathan.
And let's just start off straight
we
away.
were going to have more people on it, but our housemates
We were going to have a housemate special.
Sorry. Not vented up anger.
Yeah, we're in day one of self-isolation.
Yeah, it's not going too bad, to be honest with you.
I'm quite... Have you farted?
No.
I'm quite bored already, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right, so to be honest, the upside of all of this is that plenty more time to do podcasts.
Yeah, potty boys every day.
No
yeah.
more clashing work
Always gonna be
timetables because you can't work.
I can.
Well, you can.
I'm working from home.
If
now.
I could, I wish I could. I can't. So I wish I was like a drone driver and I could deliver stuff to people via drone. You know, I could just be flying about in the air.
The only people that aren't affected are those like little robots of Milton Keynes. That like
everybody mocked them, but those
yeah,
are
do you know what I mean? They're the ones surviving right now. Their business is going.
This is
great.
how the machines take over.
Yeah, like one pandemic wipes out a good chunk of the population, and then the machines take over. That is what is going to happen. What are they doing? Fucking yeah, we gotta watch our windows, like like hillbillies in a trailer with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, this is our pond. You get come down here.
Look at the spike. Fucking
So.
hell. But anyway, how's your week been? Other than, well, we're not going to say the C word today. We're going to try not to.
Yeah.
Although actually we are going to probably talk about it quite a lot. But anyway, how's your week been? All
Yeah,
right.
okay.
How you feeling?
You
feeling
fine.
well?
Feeling well.
No symptoms?
No symptoms.
No.
No, I haven't got any symptoms. A minute. I mean, I had a very nose the other day, but that was about it.
But other than that, you okay?
Yeah,
What have you been
yeah.
up to this week?
Not a lot. Literally working, panic working. Everyone's going mad. I was going mad. I tried to buy some food, and there wasn't really a lot in. So my uncle came down today, which was very nice of him.
Yeah,
brought,
Uncle Paul came down
brought
to
us
visit
some nice
his grandchildren.
nice food supply drop off. It was like a care package from Black Ops.
It really
was
was.
nuts.
It was incredible.
I was in absolute shock and awe. I was like, look how much shit you brought. Like,
Yeah, it was a lot of shit.
I'm not going to say how much stuff we've got because I don't want people to come around to our house and killing us.
You try coming into this house,
Yeah.
you got another thing coming,
We
boy.
fortified.
We are so. I genuinely think we don't need to leave this house now for like. We could not leave this house for like a week or
I'm
two.
never leaving it again.
Even once this is over.
Even once this is over.
Nathan's got so used to self-isolation, he just doesn't want to leave.
I'm generally thinking of either growing I'm just not going to shave.
Oh yeah, I'm not shaving.
For months. Like I'm just not gonna even to upkeep it. I'm just gonna let it see what happens. Let it grow. I mean, I'm gonna cut my own hair, is what I've decided. Like if barbers shut and things like that.
I think they all are though, because I mean they're not gonna have a lot of people anyway, are they?
That's true. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna cut my own hair. Or well, not cut my I'll get you to do the back.
Alright, fair enough.
Or yeah. Well, I would have trusted Harry a lot more. I feel he's got a very steady hand.
Steady hand, steady mind.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I think cutting your own hair is quite a necessity. To be fair, how badly can it go? Do you know what I mean?
it went pretty shit last time.
Yeah, but that's because I wasn't used to like basically bald at the side, but now I pretty much go quite short anyway. That's not that bad.
I see.
Yeah, do you see what I'm doing there?
So you're gonna ask how I am?
I was about to ask how you were, but how are you?
Yeah, fine. Thanks for asking.
I was about to ask, but we haven't finished on the other topic.
it's going to be a difficult few weeks unless you start caring about me more. No, I'm fine. I, as many of you probably know, I work in a bar. They've all been shut, so we're recording this a day. This is technically the first day of everything being shut.
Yeah, this is day 0.
Yeah, pretty much, and it's been a very confusing week because originally, fucking Boris was like, right, don't go to pubs, but you're staying open, but just people don't go there. And then it was like, well, that's not a very good thing to say because now people aren't going to come to the pubs because you told them not to, and they're going to make no money and they're going to go out of business, or they're going to really struggle.
Some have done.
Well, I know lots of people who have sadly been laid off already because I feel they've been a bit slow about getting on with it and stuff like that. But I think it's anyway. Yeah, but other than that, I'm fine. I haven't had any symptoms. I could have honestly, like, who knows? Like in the past few weeks. As a student, you get so used to having a constant sort of cough or cold. However, I have not had any like fevers or high temperatures. No. I've had, the odd cough, but that's probably from smoking more than anything else.
Yeah.
So I haven't had it. Apparently, when you have it, it's like your eyes are like burning, and it's just like pretty unbearable. So yeah, this is day 0. And to be honest with you, who knows how fucking long this is going to last?
It could last a while, to be honest with you.
Could be a few months. I'm hoping it's just going to be, hopefully it'll just be a week or two, and then I'll just say, right, we've sorted it out. Can reintegrate with society again. Maybe keep the old people in a bit longer.
Yeah.
Because they're the most at risk.
Or, just murder them.
No, your solution. You can't kill anyone if they're all already dead. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No. Well, this is a topic to bring up then. I have a question for you. I know that the whole pandemic is happening right now, which could theoretically, and according to like most people on Facebook, end the world, right?
Oh,
however,
dear God,
if you were to have a preferred apocalypse scenario, like the world was going to end, how would you want it to end?
Well, to be honest with you, that is a tough old question because either way, I would prefer the world not to end. But if
but if you had to,
to choose one, I think I'd just choose mad, mutually assured destruction.
What, just nuclear bombs?
Yeah, because this is quite good because we can talk about the different things. But there's people for years who've been like, and it's actually a really good show. It's called like American. It's on Netflix, guys. I'll put a thing in the description for it. But it's basically people prepare doomsday preppers. Is what it's called in America.
Yeah, what we watched the other week.
And and they started filming this in the 2000s and stuff. So there's people there who've been like preparing now for like nearly 20 years for stuff, and it's everything. But mutually assured destruction, definitely.
Yeah, they're the ones that are proper stocked up. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone and their fucking gran is stocked up in this country because people don't understand. Like, people, can we just affirm this country's full of fucking idiots?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, if you've been bulk buying stuff, like, for the past month, every day you've been going and you've bought, like, 60 cans of chopped tomatoes, you're a fucking twat.
Mate, you need it just for, like, the time being, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like...
They're not going to run out.
Yeah.
In fact, the only reason they are going to run out is if selfish people take, like, the majority of them for themselves.
Do, like, your weekly shop, but just do your weekly shop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And, truth be told, don't be so fucking gluttonous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of the 7 deadly sins, that is.
Pack the essentials. If you actually have been... this has been annoying me and worrying, I think, more people than the actual virus itself, is the fact that they're worried about not having any food. But it's like, the solution to that isn't to just go and...
bulk buy more food.
Yeah, you're just a fucking idiot.
Because then you're causing more of a problem than anything.
Yeah, I feel like an old person at the minute is more likely to fucking starve to death than they are to die from coronavirus because you've effectively stopped them from having any food.
Or even like in panic situations where it's like, you could be driving a car to Morrison's and like hit somebody. Do you know what I mean? Because you're in a panic and a rush to get there. Or like an old person like walking through an aisle and someone runs over them with a trolley.
You've got a lot of. You've got a lot of. You're really having it out for the old people today, aren't you?
I'm just saying, or like a kid could die. Do you know what I mean? Or you could just a normal person, normal healthy young person going to Aldi on their shop and you accidentally kill him because you're a selfish bastard.
So anyway,
carry on.
Yeah, fucking hell. No, I'd say mutually assured destruction. Get it all done with. World, regardless of any apocalypse, is gonna go back to like nothingness pretty much, or it's gonna be so horrible that you wouldn't want to live on it anyway. So I'd say, nuke. Get it over with. To be vaporized.
I'd take aliens.
I mean, they don't know if they actually exist. So
yeah, but I just mean like.
Fine. Do something that's actually real.
Okay, a meteor.
You'd write a meteor to hit the Earth. That's essentially the same as nuke going off, though.
No, because it's from space, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, why would that be your preferred way to go out?
Just because then it's a bit like, oh, here we go.
What do you mean, oh, here we go? The world would split in half.
It's not anyone's fault, then.
I think, though, they can pretty much prevent a meteor. And I think they can see it so far off. They did that. They're doing that thing, I think, where there is a meteor that's headed to, I think it's meant to, like, really, like, closely fly by Earth in 2027 or something. And it's like massive. It's like a globe. If it hits Earth, it's like extinction level kind of meteor. Yeah.
But I think they've sent off like quite a large probe just to go smack into it, just to knock it off course.
Really?
Yeah, well, it would work because in space it just carries on going forever and ever and ever. It would just, unless something knocks it out of the way, you would just keep going straight.
It might just get pulled in, though, by something else's gravity belt or smack into another meteor. I mean, there's so much shit in space.
But if it doesn't, it would just smack into Earth.
When's this going to happen?
It's meant to fly close by to Earth in 2027.
I mean, the thing is that, like, stuff flying close to Earth, what they count as close is still, like, 1 million miles. They'll be like, oh, we had a near miss, and it's like, yeah, it's fucking.
But if it's like in between the moon and
100,000. Nothing's ever been that close to us that hasn't hit us.
Or if it get pulled into the moon gravity and then it starts like orbiting Earth, we could have a second moon. That's something that could happen. We could have two.
No,
moons.
It's not something that could happen.
It is something that can happen.
What?
You could have like
a comet just.
No, comets are too small. But if you had like a
meteor, could just get pulled into the
something
moon.
like it was something that wham, and it just orbits the Earth. You probably wouldn't see it, but you could definitely have it. There was one that was orbiting the Earth for a really long time, like a while ago.
Where did it go?
I don't know. Probably crash into the moon or something. I don't know all the details.
Mate, you are chatting some serious shit today.
No, I'll show you.
What?
I'll show you. No, it's true.
You're telling me a meteor was circling around the Earth and it just disappeared?
Well, it's probably still. I don't really know what it's doing, to be honest with you. But there was definitely one. Look
it up. I want to know. So anyway, other than this, so there's like on this show, they have like lots of other ideas how they think it is. So some of them believe it's going to be a biblical ending to the world where like God's going to come back up. He's going to basically just like pave way, a bit like with Noah in his ark. And then we've also got people who believe in stuff like solar flares, like affecting like the electricity.
Oh, I am correct.
You're correct.
Yeah. Other small and natural objects in orbit around the sun may enter orbit around the Earth for a short amount of time, becoming temporary natural satellites. To date, the only confirmed examples have been 2006 RH120 in Earth orbit during 2006 and 2007.
Yeah, you said for a while we had one. This is like temporary.
Yeah, that's a while. A good year, and we've had one this year in 2020. There's been an orbit. We've still got it there, and it's been in orbit since 2018.
That's a load of fucking shit, mate.
No, it's not.
It is a load of shit.
No, it's not. Loads of things can get caught into Earth. How do you think the moon got there?
What do you mean? How do you think the moon got
How
there?
do you think the moon got there?
How do you think it got there? You probably think the fucking alien left it there.
No, the moon, right? There's a
The
theory.
moon, right? Yeah.
There's a theory that the moon was formed. It's part of I think it was like billions of years ago. There was like a planet and like a small planet, like two small planets crashed into each other, which is when the Earth was forming, and part of the Earth broke off. And then the reason that it's obviously like over years and years of like the gravity and things like that, it's like condensed it. That's why planets are spherical as well. So fuck all the flat earthers because of the intense gravity pulling it in. It causes it to be spherical. And that's how we got the moon. It's part of like broken parts of the planet that got smacked into. And read up about it. It's really interesting.
I'm honestly just partly in shock and awe that we have all these little things just flying around us.
Yeah.
I mean, so going back to it, your chosen theory is that you would like the Earth to be ended by a meteorite.
Yeah.
And is there any other reason other than the fact you think it would be nobody's fault?
I mean, because if you go do a nuke, then it's like, oh, what a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Like
you're gonna think that for about 5 minutes, and then you're gonna be blown up. So,
but at the same time, like an asteroid or like a meteor or like something like that just smacks into Earth, I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool for a sec. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen an asteroid this close before.
Other than the one that's in orbit floating around my fucking house.
No, but like, you know, you just see it sat there, like, whoa, mental with it, poof,
Okay,
and then it's done.
Well, in light of this topic and the fact that the
Or a
world
zombie apocalypse.
is apparently, I just don't think that'd be very fun. If I'm honest with you, with half of these ways the worlds are ending, I'd just take myself out of the game straight away.
Would you?
Yeah, of course I would.
Well, I'd see how long I could go.
Yeah, but would you really want to be turned into? Would you really want to lose all your loved ones?
It's a risk, innit?
Well, yeah, but I just think it'd be so hot. Like, can you imagine if you just don't? Because if we're presuming in the case of like a zombie apocalypse, you'd lose like all communication, like phone things would go down, all this sort of stuff, and the internet wouldn't any longer be a thing. You'd have to go and find them, and then what if they got turned into a zombie? I don't know.
Then you'd have to blow their brains out.
Yeah, but we don't have guns in this country.
Or you'd have to smack them in the head with something really hard.
I mean, to be fair, this is this is on the conception that a zombie would be killed in that way, because that's just a film thing, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if you can just like stab a zombie, kind of like you could just let it bleed out.
Yeah.
Like slice its guts up. Do you know what I mean? But if it's a quicker death, if it's like,
I mean, do they feel pain?
they probably wouldn't, because they'd be. But you know, if it's like, oh, you know.
I mean, I just don't think that anybody would want to live on the planet like that. I think you just want to kill yourself, probably. I mean, what would be the point? You can't regrow from that. I'm a very pessimistic person when it comes to all of this. Like, there's a lot of people that are saying the world's going to be so much better after coronavirus. I'm like, in what fucking way?
It's really not.
Everyone I've met so far is an optimist about it. Doesn't know anything about the basic economy.
Yeah.
Because, like, newsflash, guys, once this is all over, like, we're fucked. Like, absolutely fucked.
I saw this one about the pound will boom or something like that, or like the.
Who was saying that?
I don't even know, mate. But I saw this one. It was like, oh, the pound will like the pound will rise and it'll be good, and like, imagine like everything's all good again. And I'm like, how? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what turns countries into like really poor countries.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is like after this, like obviously the virus has come from China. What's the relationship going to be like with China after this? Because everyone's just going to.
It's not really all of China's fault, is it? It's one person.
No, it's the Chinese government.
Yeah.
It's not one person either.
It ain't a bat. I'm joking.
That is the most annoying fucking misconception. It has not come from eating a bat. I'm seeing so many people on Facebook being like, "Oh, it's fucking disgusting how they eat animals," and I'm like, "Have you? Do you know what like an abattoir is?"
Huh?
Like, does people eat meat in this country know how pigs, chickens,
like sausages.
cows are farmed?
Sausages are mostly like just
shit,
random shit. Do you know what I mean?
Like, but you still eat them.
Flu.
Well, swine flu was the cross between the common cold and the bird flu in a pig. That's how it came about, and that was called the Spanish flu. But do you know what? Actually, Spanish flu came from America, but they rebranded it the Spanish flu because they didn't want to piss people off.
Look at this. Look at this history lesson.
And I mean, hopefully it won't get that bad because that did kill 5 million people. So that was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was very bad. But that happened around the time of the Second World War, when there was troves of people moving to and from. Everyone wasn't eating properly. There was poor conditions in general. You couldn't go and see a doctor in most places, or you couldn't do one very easily. So I think it all depends. I do, in general, think that this is a big fucking overreaction. But getting back to it, no, don't. After this happens, like, surely everyone's going to be a bit like to the Chinese government, like, well, you didn't handle that very well, did you?
But they, in a sense, is it Wuhan in China where it started? They've had no confirmed cases recently.
Do you trust the Chinese government?
No. But I'm just saying, from what I've seen on the news and things like that, it looks as though they're getting...
That's the thing. That's the problem, though, with China, is you've got to presume that they're not lying. Because, do you remember, like, so this is going back. So there's the SARS virus. Yeah. So at first, China were just like, well, I don't know about that. And then they were like, that's weird. It's come from China, though. And they're like, all right, maybe it's come from somewhere in China, but we just don't know where. And then they're like, how long's this been going on for? And they're like, it's been about a month or something. By that point, like,
I can imagine, like, the rest of the world being like grown-ups, and then China being like this little child, right? And they're like, and they're just like
sulking.
And they're just like, did you eat the last bagel? And they're like, no, I didn't. Yeah, they're like,
no, there's crumbs all over you.
Crumbs on your face. How do they get there? Do you know what I mean?
Why are you looking at my face like that for? So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after this, but yeah, the economy is mucho fuckto.
Yeah.
Lowest stock prices in, the lowest dip in for Wall Street and all the trading since the 1980s.
Yeah. Well, I had a taxi driver the other day saying that he wanted me to get into Forex trading. And I was like, well, you know,
they must be shitting it, like all those trading companies.
He was like, we're
nothing's
doing so
worth
well.
it.
Yeah, he was like, we're doing so well at the minute. I'm getting, you know, all this.
Why a taxi driver then, son?
He was quitting being a taxi driver.
Was he? I mean, he's gonna have to now.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the problem. He's having like pretty much. There's no jobs really that safe. So anyway, we're gonna carry on with the cheer. Okay, now I've gone on to Vox.com. And this is 10 ways that the world is most likely to end.
Number 1.
Watch out for the mic.
Oh,
keep
sorry.
Picking it up. Nuclear war. We've just gone through that. Biological and chemical warfare.
We're just going to throw a bunch of, just semen at people until they die.
That is not what they mean. Throwing a few severed hands at them. Smacking them up with a fucking hand. So... unlike nuclear weapons, which require complex engineering, biological and chemical warfare can be developed at a relatively low cost,
so can semen.
with relatively attainable materials.
Semen?
On your bedroom floor, yeah. In the past few years, the Syrian government has used chemical weapons in the civil war that has ravaged the country. These chemical attacks using sarin and chlorine have appalled the international community and underscored the damage chemical weapons can do. Weaponized toxic chemicals could do tremendous harm to a localized target, say, if the toxins were released into the air or into a water supply, like in Batman.
Yeah.
Biological weapons represent the greatest catastrophic threat. Advances in synthetic biology have made the very real possibility of malicious actors creating harmful pathogens for weaponization, or innocent researchers accidentally releasing a lethal infectious bug out into the world. Even in the event of a fast-moving pandemic.
Holy shit, we've cracked the case.
I mean,
this is biological warfare.
Oh, I did see someone tweet and they were like, this is clearly China declaring war, and I was like...
no, it's not.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Climate change is a good one.
Catastrophic climate change, which is partly... they said it's something to do with the fact that... viruses are being more easily created because in a natural world, because of the climate change and how that's affecting their diets and things like that and their habitats. So, you know, it all links together, boys and girls. Climate change.
But I've seen things where people are saying that in especially in China as well, the air is actually clear. you know what I mean? Like quite low emissions and things in Italy.
Oh, it's gone right back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, they've got the highest levels of carbon monoxide in their air again.
Why?
Sorry, nitrogen as well, because
Jesus.
they had the lockdown and then they were like, right, it's all right to come out again, and they've just fucking switched the stuff straight back
Jesus
on.
Christ.
I don't want this to sound like an anti-China
Well,
thing, but
Italy have done really well. They're like Venice's river's quite clear.
I think really the big problem is human beings.
Yeah.
Like, when we're not about, these places are quite nice again. Ecosystems, or ecological collapse. Ecosystems are a delicate community of living organisms, like humans and animals, interacting with their non-living environment, like air and water. Ecosystems can recover from a certain amount of impact from humans, like temperature increases or habitat loss. But there's a tipping point at which they can't, and according to a report, we might be reaching that tipping point. Lake Chad in West Africa is an example of an ecological collapse. 60 years of drought, overuse of water, and the impacts of climate change have reduced the lake by 90%.
Jesus.
Its massive reduction has adversely affected the livelihoods of more than 40 million people in Chad, Nigeria, Niger, Cameroon that depend on it. Scholars believe this moment in history constitutes a new geological era called the Anthropocene.
Oh, good big old word.
Yeah. In this new era, humans are the primary change agents, rapidly degrading what makes the planet habitable, intensifying greenhouse gases concentrations, and damaging the health of marine ecosystems. I mean, that's pretty scary. I think. Oh, pandemics. I mean, we've gone through pandemics. Pandemics at number 6. Asteroid impact, Nathan. Asteroids are rocks that revolve around the sun and occasionally collide with Earth. An asteroid large enough to take out a global catastrophe hits Earth every 120,000 years. So we've got a while.
Yeah, boy.
Scientists estimate
Well, we don't really.
it's likely that what killed the dinosaurs, and if an asteroid even 1/10 of the size of that one caused their extinction, hit Earth today, the results would be devastating. Scientists estimate it could release enough particles to block the sun for months and cause a famine, killing hundreds of millions. So it's the aftermath, I think, of these things that's the troubling thing.
I mean, if it smacks, like, America, let's say, good. But, like, it's like, you'll be fine for, like, a week or so, but then you'll start to die.
I mean, would it even be can you imagine right now if the sun just...
Disappeared.
You just didn't see it.
You know, if the sun disappeared, it would take, you would still orbit around nothing for 8 minutes. Because like the gravity moves the speed of light.
Okay. Well, here's another fun one.
Yeah.
Which supervolcanic eruption.
Chloe is so scared of that. Like, she's petrified.
And
of
we're
it.
about to find out why. A supervolcanic explosion 74,000 years ago ejected so much debris into the atmosphere that scientists believe it caused the Earth to cool by several degrees Celsius. Some experts believe that this caused the great mass plant and animal extinction in human history, bringing the species to the brink of extinction. How likely is that to happen today? It's hard to say, we don't have much to compare it to, but data suggest a supervolcanic eruption occurs on average every 17,000 years.
Jesus.
If that's true, then we're overdue. The last one we know of was 26,500 years ago. Maybe we should be.
Is it Yellowstone?
Yellowstone's like the one that everyone's scared about, because if that happened, the size of it and the debris from it would pretty much cover the entirety. It like pretty much half of America would just pretty much be like decimated in hot ash, and then obviously it is more, like I said, the aftershock from this. So at number 8, moving on. So, but Chloe, you should be scared of that. I'm more scared about that than anything else.
Yeah, she's terrified of that.
Actually, I mean, all of these are quite scary.
There's a really good film with Tommy Lee Jones called Volcano that you should watch.
What's that one that's got the James Bond in it?
Pierce Brosnan. It's about St. Helens. No, it's about St. Helens.
Yeah.
Because they did that song, Mount St. Helens. That song in school.
What film is it called though?
Dante's Peak.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. And like his wife gets rinsed at the very beginning when he's like driving, and she's whacked by a big old rock, mate, and it just cracks her head open. And then like the grandma, she pushes the boat through the acid lake, and then her legs are all peeling off. It was a fucking terrifying film.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah, no, it was quite scary. Good film though. I like that
good,
film.
very good film.
Much better than. There's a lot of bad natural disaster movies.
2012.
Geostorm.
Geostorm is terrible.
Geo Sandstorm by Darude.
How many? I reckon I would love to link all of what's his name, the Scottish guy. What's he called? Who's in Geostorm?
Oh,
what's his fucking name?
I don't know. I haven't
Yes,
watched
you
it.
can.
It's shit.
No, you can. He was in 300. Jared Butler. Is that his name?
Yes.
Jared Butler. I would like to have like an ancestry of like Jared Butler, like
Why?
in his films. So like his, it starts off in like 300, and it's like his early ancestor, and all his characters are all connected in some weird family way.
Okay, well you work on that. We've got a lot of time. Okay, so at number 8, moving on, we've got solar geoengineering. Have you ever heard of that before? Be honest.
No.
Yeah. There's a dramatic option for stopping or even reversing rise of global temperatures, but it comes with significant possible risk. Solar geoengineering would reflect light and heat away from the Earth and back into space by injecting aerosols into the stratosphere. The second layer of Earth's atmosphere. For now, it only exists in computer models, but the first experiment is being planned by Harvard researchers.
Ooh.
We don't have a fucking say in any of this, do we? They're just like, yeah.
What's that when they tried to make the black hole? Do you remember that? A few
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah, that was
I
sad.
vote you don't do
Yeah.
that. Oh, in school, I remember
Yeah.
I was there like,
Because it was like at what? It was like at 1 o'clock they were gonna do it.
I was
and
in food
apparently
tech.
there
I was
gonna
ready
be,
to get. Yeah.
And apparently there was gonna be like a massive black hole, but there wasn't.
Well, no. If it went wrong, if there was a possibility that the colliding atoms could create a black hole, yeah.
But they didn't.
It didn't, but it's still quite a fucking reckless thing to do, don't you think?
Yeah.
For
well,
a little, oh, I'm Brian Cox. I love fucking getting my hard hat on and going underground and talking to people about why they're stupid. I don't like Brian Cox. I think he's a knobhead.
That's fair. I mean, you have to like everybody.
No, you don't. He was. I don't know. There's something about him. I think he's quite smug.
Yeah, I get that.
I think
And his last name is Cox.
Yeah.
No offense to people whose last name are Cox.
Ugh. Okay, so anyway, solar geoengineering is one of the two emerging technologies that could manipulate the atmosphere and reduce climate risk. The other is directly removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which doesn't currently exist on a big enough scale. I mean, for me, maybe we should just stop fucking up the planet.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, do you remember a few years ago when everyone was like, yeah, we'll just move to Mars? I'm like, I prefer to stay here. I prefer we didn't have to move to Mars.
I would
Sounds
like,
like a bit of a
I would like
faff.
to inhabit another planet though. That would be cool. Like not
It'd be shit, though, don't you think?
no, but like another planet that's like Earth, if you know what I mean. Like colonizing other planets. I think that's quite nice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
As long as there's no life on it to like, if you're gonna take away other life forms, that's a bit different. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to mass murder aliens because then we'd be the aliens.
I mean, yeah. The
We would-
extraterrestrials.
Why can't everything work like Star Trek?
Don't know. Okay, AI. This is, I think, very, very scary. Okay.
Yeah.
So, artificial intelligence is progressing rapidly.
It is.
Surveyed scientists estimate on average that there is 50% chance of AI being able to perform most tasks as well as or better than humans by 2050. I'm surprised it's not sooner, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, you're going to stop needing delivery drivers soon.
Yeah.
With at least a 5% chance of surpassing human intelligence a couple of years after that. There's a common misconception that the risk of AI is that it will become malevolent. The bigger concern is it will become too good at its job. As the reports say, if you ask an obedient, intelligent car to take you to the airport as fast as possible, it might get you there, chased by helicopters and covered in vomit, doing not what you wanted, but literally what you asked for.
Ah, so it'd be like if you have like
But it's not considerate. It just
Yeah.
does stuff so efficiently that it doesn't take into consideration other factors.
yeah.
That's an interesting point, and one
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
never
thought
thought
because I
of
think
that, yeah.
everybody thinks of AI as being like,
Skynet
yeah,
blowing up the world and whatnot.
yeah. I definitely want to watch them.
Imagine
later.
everyone just the entire world wipes out because their automatic cars drive them too fast.
Yeah, they're all driving into each other.
and then it just is too many G-force for the human body to handle, and their eyes fall out or something.
Yeah. Okay, the implications become much more frightening when you consider AI weapons in the hands of the wrong person, or an AI arms race leading to an AI war, aka Terminator.
AKA the new season of Picard.
Okay, that's
It is
very
about
interesting.
synthetic life.
And then number 10 is just unknown risks. It wasn't long ago that climate change and nuclear warfare were largely unheard of. Today, there are risks that we've already seen the devastating effects of, and that we should worry about getting much worse. Because of this, there's a possibility that we haven't even conceived of what is most likely to kill us. Well, this is all very sad, isn't it?
Yeah, well...
So have you changed your mind after this list? Do you reckon? How would you like the world to go out? I would prefer
I think,
to fight robots than people.
I'm going to go with the AI. To be honest
Think
with you.
about it. If AI was just being a bit of a bitch, then we could, all our Russian, Chinese brothers, we could all be like, fuck the robots. And then we'll go back to, hunting with bows and arrows and stuff. So, guys, plenty of things could get worse.
Yeah.
That's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
It could get worse, or it could get better.
So, just to swiftly change the topic away from something so depressing, I've got a couple of
Everything's going to be okay,
guys. I've whacked a little message out on Instagram. Got a couple of replies. One from our good friend Sam Milliner, Salted Samuel on Instagram.
What did you ask? Sorry.
I just said, what's the current issues at the moment? What's your current issues? Yeah, everyone's locked inside. Maybe I don't want to just away here, because I thought people are smart. They wouldn't talk about coronavirus, and you know what? I was right. They are smart, and they've not stayed away, and they've stayed away from coronavirus related questions, which I think is quite nice.
That's beautiful. So let's go.
Sam says, avoiding the obvious topic, but people unable to tidy or clean as they go. It's infuriating.
Yeah, I do get that. I mean, I feel like I'm looking at the number one culprit for people who do that. Sam, if you're listening to this, I think you would agree with me that Nathan is fucking messy. And I mean, we've had the teabag debacle well spoken about on this podcast before. But I think what really peaked it was the other day when inside an empty box of celebrations was all the wrappers. There was, I think, was there some sandwich crusts, an empty packet
There
of
wasn't a
biscuits?
sandwich crust. There was just an empty sausage roll.
Just put it in the bin.
Empty sausage roll thing, and there was a bunch of other stuff in there from other people, may I say, right? And there was also just a pack of biscuits as well. That's it.
But you must know that this is kind of about you. You cannot tidy as you go. You are the messiest person I've ever met. And the irony is, Nathan's mum got him a sign for Christmas to put in the kitchen, which is like, if you spill it, wipe it. If you make a mess, clean it. If you use it, clean it again.
I've cleaned all my stuff up today, though.
Yeah, I should hope so, because we've got nothing else to do. We're so fucking bored already. But yeah, Sam, I definitely get that. And speaking of which, happy birthday to Daniel.
Oh, yeah, we'll give a shout out to Daniel.
Shout out Daniel Milliner.
Well, yeah, it would be Milliner, wouldn't it?
I don't know, they could share the
Well,
name.
Milliner Bedwell.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Well, just happy birthday.
And Daniel, when you listen to this in a few years' time and Sam's showing it and he's like, Sam's in his walking stick and he's like, remember, Daniel, my friends did a podcast.
Don't be like Uncle Nathan.
He was a messy bugger. Don't know why we've made Sam so posh. He'll probably be doing something.
And my friend Doug has said...
Doug, how you doing?
He's given us a question, actually.
Oh, okay,
for
Doug.
us to discuss.
Ask us something.
He's put for 5 marks. He's not a teacher. I don't even know what he does anymore. But he's definitely not a teacher. But for 5 marks, discuss the idea that wet wipes are far more sophisticated than toilet paper.
No need to even discuss it. They just are.
Yeah, 1 wipe and it's okay. To be fair though, the way to do it though is
and
not
it's
to,
so much nicer. It
but
feels
it's
so
not
much
to
better.
use purely wet wipes.
Purely.
It's like a couple of wipes of toilet paper, right? And then if it's not going, right?
If there's a real blockage down there,
1 wet wipe should do the trick. Do you know what I mean?
if you need 2 wet wipes, you're in trouble.
And then if you do a second round of paper, and it should be clean. If not, couple more, 1 more wet wipe, 1 more tissue, and then you're done.
Right, so sorry, go from the top. You've had a curry and you've had a few too many lagers the night before. You
Right.
wake up
Yeah.
straight down the toilet.
Right.
What are you doing?
So what I'm doing is So what I'm doing is I will.
In these times
assess,
when we are rationing toilet paper, how much are you using?
I will assess the situation.
Okay.
I'll see what has happened. I'll see what the actual damage has been done. Like if there is like part of a kidney in there or something. Do you know what I mean? Or like
You're gonna assess if you shat out your kidney.
or like my insides have fallen out or something like that. But then what you do is you just, in that situation, I think it's a bit, but like at this present moment in time with the ration of toilet paper, it's instead of like using 2 sheets and folding over or anything like that, or a couple of sheets and folding over to add some extra thickness, just go with the 1 sheet, okay? Just go with the one single wipe. Look, see what the damage is.
I feel this is all like men, cause I don't think like women are as disgusting as men. I
They are worse. I'm saying it right now. When I worked at the thingamabob, right? The
Where?
women's toilets.
Top man.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it out loud. Do you know what I mean?
You fucking.
Alright, when I worked at Top Man, women's toilets, and I love the Top Shop girls to absolute pieces, but fucking disgusting
Is there like
toilets.
shit wiped on the walls or something?
Yeah, mate, there was some stories. There were some stories of people like someone put like raw chicken down the bog and like blocked the toilet, and then it blocked the men's toilets, and it was fucking vile because I couldn't take a shit.
And then like a chicken drumstick just floated
yeah,
up.
and then like there was like another thing where there was like someone took like a shit on the seat. It was fucking vile. Guy's toilet, fucking dream. The only problem with it, was that there was no toilet seat on it because it kept falling off every time you sat on
So
it.
how did you sit down? You sort of perched
Well, no,
above
you would
it.
sit down, but you couldn't move because the seat would slide.
Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, so you just have to really watch yourself. And then, yeah, like, that's what you do. I think back to the original topic for Doug was, yeah, they are more sophisticated.
Far more sophisticated.
And I think actually, do you know what? If I had to, I would purely only use wet wipes.
Interesting.
And then maybe
Soggy
have,
bottom.
but if you had like a little dryer
Miss Mummy
attached
Paddy.
to the bum, attached to the toilet.
Sorry? You had a what attached to the bum?
No, I mean like if you had like a dryer, like you have like a hand.
So you're like a bum dryer.
A bum dryer,
A
yeah.
hair dryer?
Yeah, it's like just a bit up. So what you do is after you wipe, you just stand up and it's there, and it goes. And then you pull up your trousers, and then
So basically an ass B-day.
yeah.
I mean, that's what B-days are already for. Wait,
Yeah.
would you rather not just have a B-day?
I don't really like them.
I've
used
never
one.
used
I used one in the
before.
Isle of Man.
Was it actually a B-day though? Or was
so
it just like a
basically-
shower head flipped upwards?
No, what it was so.
You got squished at the
me
bottom?
and my uncle went to the Isle of Man.
Just you two?
Well, yeah, because it was like I think it was like he'd won something at work or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, we'll go to the Isle of Man," and I was like, "Yeah." Our flight was delayed coming home, so it was, and then it was cancelled, so we got put up in like a 4-star hotel, and there was this. I'd never been in somewhere so posh, and there was a bidet, or a bidet, as some people call it, and I was like, I'm gonna try it, but it was like sharp. I didn't really know, like...
What do you mean?
Like, I sat on it, like, where you gotta sit, you sit, and then you just turn it on, like, on the tap, and it just shoots. Like, it just
Like
shoots
a piercing jet.
It was like, imagine, like, getting hosed, like, them pressure washers,
Right.
like, for a car. It was like that, but for your ass. And then but then it's, like, really weird, because you still have to wipe.
Really?
Because my ass was wet.
Like we've spoken so long talking about your ass and kidneys coming out of it and poo on toilets, and it's getting too much for me, man.
But yeah. I'd much rather just wet wipe it.
I do remember at school once, the whole boys' toilet got shut off because someone had actually just shat on top of the toilet, and it was like a log.
Wasn't that Salim? In my year.
Shouldn't be spreading nasty gossip about Nathan.
I mean, I could be super wrong, and Salim, if you're watching this, I don't think you listen to this podcast, but if you do, I'm sorry, mate.
If you do, how's your sister?
Yeah. Oh,
What?
I thought you'd be weird.
No, I know it's...
Oh, yeah, I didn't know if you were just outing him. I was going to be like, whoa, dude, I was just saying about his shit.
Wait,
But...
what? My friends... Fuck you, no.
School, hey.
So I mean, with this, shall we?
Yeah, on that note, should we wrap up with the
Well,
questions?
let's move on to So is there any more questions? Sorry, is that what we got?
Well, I'll do one more check before we sign off.
Oh, I mean, we're just gonna do what we listening, reading, watching.
No one else.
Well, yeah. What's going on then, Nathan?
What am I listening to?
Yeah, what are you listening to? What have you been reading?
I've been listening to some old school tunes, as in like some old school like rap from 50 Cent. Don't ask me why. Just have been. That's just really what I've been listening to.
It's a 50 Cent. Nice.
Yeah. I've been watching. I watched a really cool animation version of Altered Carbon. They released a anime like mid-season thing where it's like set between season 1 and season 2, and it was really cool. Called Altered Carbon Resleeved. Really good. And reading, I haven't done much reading.
Who's had the time with all this panic?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I read I've been reading some hefty emails about it. To be fair, I will give this though. The director of the company that I work for is fucking amazing. Like knows his shit. Do you know what I mean? He's been really good in this whole thing. And also, I'll also just shout out, because I know she listens to this, but my team leader Charlotte has been absolutely.
You have been wonderful, Charlotte.
You have been amazing.
Thank you from everyone in this household.
From everybody. But
big
yeah,
and small.
Big and small. What are you?
So I mean, this week has just been quite stressful, and I haven't really known how to switch off, because, do you know what I mean? Every time you look at the news or you go on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, it's just all the same thing. So I found it quite difficult to actually switch off. So, to be honest with you, I've been watching a lot of Mr. Sunday's series Caravan of Garbage. Basically just to switch off, which is basically like an amazing look at things that have been going on in like popular culture and action films and stuff like that, and basically taking the piss out of them. They recently did one on the Mummy, the film series, and they were fucking hilarious. I love them. They are great people. So I've been watching a lot of that. I've been watching a lot of QI, trying to get some interesting facts in.
Yeah, I mean,
that Netflix Explained show is also brilliant, and in fact, the reason that I knew all that stuff about Spanish flu and SARS and stuff is because I watched their episode about it. So I recommend watching that. Also, put your mind at ease a little bit, because, well, this is worse than SARS now, but yeah, it's very interesting, and it's good. Does exactly what it says. Explained.
Does it what it says on the tin?
It does exactly what it says on the tin.
They are spaghetti and they're in hoop form.
You got your spaghetti and it's in a hoop. What do you want more?
What do you want more? The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hole, huh? You know what I mean?
And your mama's got a great big pair of hoops. So yeah, I've been watching that as well, which is really good. I recommend just all these like nice things to try and get something factual. Let's keep our brains engaged whilst we're doing this.
Yeah.
I'm worried I will turn into.
I'm worried about working from home being really insanely bored, because normally I have like to be able to be in an environment where there's people.
It's work. Yeah.
And like one of the good things I like about my job is people I work with are really funny, and when it is like you can chill, but here, like, if you guys are out or like upstairs or something, I'm literally the only people I'm talking to are moaning customers or moaning brokers for 8 hours in my own house.
Housemates.
And moaning housemates. And then I'll be moaning. Why is that
sausage roll on the floor? But yeah, so that's what I've been watching. When it comes to reading, again, I mean, all I've been reading is stuff online about this shit. So I'm actually looking forward to sitting down though and reading some books that I got for Christmas. Finally, I guess this is a better chance than ever to read.
I might reread the Narnia series, because I've got them upstairs.
Because you look like Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Tumnus probably shagged a lot.
Sorry? Mr. Tumnus shagged a lot? Who? What was he?
I don't know, probably all the other fawns or whatever they're called. He's probably
Okay. So
Mr. Sumner's top
can we,
shagger.
can we why every damn episode is about like weird beasts shagging or people shitting or weeing? I'm sick and tired of it. So what have I been listening to recently? Melody's Echo Chambers second album, Bon Voyage. It's amazing French alt psyche kind of rock, which is really cool. I'm just trying to get Mr. Tumnus out of my head. I've been listening to loads of Parquet Courts. They're an amazing New York punk band.
In New York.
Yeah, they're great. I saw them last year. They're really good. Viagra Boys.
Ah.
I saw them last summer when music and concerts were still a thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my friends in the creative industry, by the way, because we are all in this together, baby. So yeah, and I've been listening to Viagra Boys as well. They've got a new EP out, and it is really bloody good. And yeah, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts as well, because that is the one thing that will thrive through this is the podcast industry.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a few more listeners.
Yeah, because you're all bloody bored.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing now, we've got a bit more time. Going to do a topic episode next. I'm going to write up a report for it.
And then I'm going to do a topic episode after that.
And Legend's got a laptop now as well, which is exciting, so he can actually write things up.
Like from all the, it was like that episode of Ted 2. Do you know when Ted goes on the laptop and there's like all this porn? And he's like, "Hey, Johnny, what are you talking about? Chicks with dicks." And he's like, "Guys with tits." That's what it is.
Well, I mean, with that, I think it's time to sign off. Everybody, please stay safe.
Yeah.
Stay indoors, man. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Don't know if you could be a healthy person and be carrying it and give it to someone that doesn't.
Yeah. Wash your damn hands.
Wash your handy pandies.
Yeah.
You know.
Because you know what? The amount of time it takes to wash your hands and how much
don't sing happy birthday when you do it, though, because that's just fucking annoying.
Just wash your hands right.
Yeah.
Look, you know, there's a Gordon Ramsay's done a video on how to wash your hands. Yeah. That's what's happened to the planet.
Raw. just wash them.
Soap on, water turned on, medium temperature about 15 degrees. Rinse lightly, lather, in out motion, over the back of the hands, underneath the nails, cover the palms once again. Rinse, turn the water off, dry hands, fresh hands in under 1 minute.
I think you've watched that video way too much.
I have. Anyway, guys, please take care, be safe.
Adios, amigos.
And make sure your families feel loved.
Yes.
Goodbye.